Hi everyone, this is Shayan, and today in this video, as we are continuing with the snapshot series, this would be the ninth snapshot series. Here we'll be solving around 4 questions which are relevant to snap level. So since I've already done the cat level preparation, this would actually be your basis, um, actually look like a basic question for you. However, we're doing this keeping in mind the snap pattern and the level of questions, rather the level of difficulty. Okay. So let us move ahead and solve the question. The question says that a square is inscribed in an equilateral triangle of side 10. So let me draw an equilateral triangle. The diagram may not be perfect, but just try to adjust it and understand it. So this is basically a square. And let me name this as A, B, C as the triangle and W, X, Y, Z as the square. The side is given out to be 10. So which is that the length of AC is actually 10 centimeter. So there are a couple of ways by which you can actually find out the lengths of uh, the dimensions of the triangle. I'll show you as we gradually move on to the solution of the question. The question says that find the length of the side of the square, and you have been given some options. Okay, let us try to solve this in some unique method where we'll be able to save some time. Now, let us drop a perpendicular, and you know that in a equilateral triangle, the perpendicular is the altitude, is the median, and everything. So I can say that if this is a median, then BC is divided into two equal halves, which means that Y, Z, rather this point, which is, let me call this to be D. So DC is basically equal to BC by 2. BC is 10, 10 by 2 is 5. You could have also done this in other method, like this is a equilateral triangle, so this angle C is 60, angle ADC is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, so this is becoming basically 30 degree. So if you know the 30, 60, 90 property, you will understand that, and the length of the side opposite to the angle 30 is A, then the length of the side opposite to angle 90 is 2A, and opposite to 60 is 3A. So this is basically the ratio in which this is divided, which is 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So this is basically 60, 90, 30 ka property. I hope you should be knowing it. If you still don't know this approach, you could have done it by some other method. Okay, pretty easy to understand. So 90 का opposite 10 है, which is AC. तो 30 का opposite क्या होना चाहिए? 5 होना चाहिए. This is a very basic understanding of it. Also, you could have done this with the median, concept. Okay, similar. Now, using Pythagoras, I can say that, or without using Pythagoras, I can also say that the length of the side opposite to 60 would be 5 root 3. Okay, using this concept. Okay. This is something that you have figured out. Now, how will you solve, or rather how will you find the side of the square? I can say that the triangle ADC is similar to triangle XYC because 60-60 का दोनों जगह common है, and you have 90 degree over here, and this is also 90 degree. Okay, so I can say that AD by DC would be equal to XY divided by YC. Now what is AD? AD is 5 root 3. We have just calculated. And DC is 5. What is XY? XY is basically the side of the square. Let me call this as A. And what is YC? YC is basically DC minus DY. Okay, DC minus DY. Now this entire thing is A. Then this part would be A by 2. Okay. So basically DC is basically 5. 5 minus of A by 2. Okay. So this side gets cancelled. This 2 gets to the numerator, which is root 3 is equal to 2A divided by 10 minus of A. I can say that 10 root 3 minus root 3A, or rather I can say take root 3 to the other side and I'm getting root 3A plus 2A. So I can say that the value of A is basically 10 root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3. Rationalize this, you'll get 10 root 3, 2 minus of root 3. Okay? This is basically the answer, which is option number B. Okay? This is one method where you could have actually solved this question. Let me give you another shortcut kind of a method, or rather the method of approximation. And let me just help you understand how could have actually you could have actually thought of some another way. Okay. In case you have some other better method, or rather in case you have some any other method, please share it in the comment box. Okay. Now just try to approximate the options. Before approximating the options, let me just try to form a basis point. Now the basis point is the length of AD is basically 5 root 3, right? 5 root 3 is basically 5 into 1.732, but I'm taking 1.7. So approximately this is 8.5 centimeter. Approximately this is 8.5 centimeter. So AD, which is this length, okay, which is the median. Now let me call this point as F. Okay. Now I can say that FD would definitely be less than 8.5 centimeter. Okay. FD would definitely be less than 8.5 centimeter. And what is FD? FD is basically the length of the square, or the side of the square. Okay. Side of the square. Now let us go with option number A. Option number A is 10 root 3 minus 15. 10 root 3 matlab 10 into 1.7 minus 15, which is round about 2.7. Correct. 17 minus which is around about 2. Okay. Now 2 is definitely less than 8.5. That's quite understood. But is it that less? Which means that the FD length could be almost 1/4 of AD. That may not be a possible case, right? So this is not something like this, where it is 1/4. 1/4 अगर ऐसा होता तो ये rectangle बन जाता, तो square नहीं बनता. ठीक है? So this is basically has to be divided into 4 parts. Okay. This is one part, this is one part, and this is one part. So this is one part, this is one part, this is one part, and this is another part. So basically what happens is, this is not actually that low. This 8.5 ka 1/4 is basically around 2 point something. Okay. So this is not that kind of a triangle. Okay. This is basically an equilateral triangle and a square inside it. So basically all of the shapes are in ideal state. Equilateral triangle is an ideal triangle, right? Square is an ideal type of a rectangle. So this 2 is probably, or rather definitely not my answer. Okay. So let me just eliminate this. Option B. Option B is 10 root 3, which is 17, into 2 minus root 3, which is 2 minus 2 minus 1.7, which is 0.3. So this is approximately around 5.1 centimeter. Definitely less than 8.5 could be my answer. I'll hold on to it as of now. Let me look at the other options. C. C is basically 15 root 3 plus 10. 15 root 3 is basically 15 root 3. 15 into 1.7 plus 10. Way more greater than 8.5 centimeter. Definitely not my answer. Option D. 10 into 3 root 3. 3 root 3 is 3 into 1.7 minus 2, which is 3 into 1.7 is 5.1. 5.1 minus 2, 3.1. 3.1 into 10 is 31. Again, way more than 8.5. So this is definitely not my answer. The only answer option which is possible is option number B. So by approximation, you could have also done this question. I hope you understood the logical explanation of the approximation that I've taken. Okay, and why I eliminated option A. Option C and D was a clear no for me. But why did I eliminate option A? It's something that you need to understand by using the scales and all those things. Okay, let us go to the next question. What is the probability that the month of April has either 5 Saturdays, 5 Tuesdays, or 5 Wednesdays? So basically, this month of April is having 30 days, which means that 4 weeks into 7 days each plus 2. So all you need to do is focus on this 2. So in how many ways can you get a Tuesday and a Wednesday? So what are the possible combinations? Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, Sunday, and Monday. So out of which I need an extra Tuesday, because in all these 4 weeks you will get a 4 Tuesday and you will get a 4 Wednesday. Okay, this is already done. You need that one extra Tuesday and one extra Wednesday. That will come from this possible options 1, 2, 3. There is no other possibility. So 3/7 is the answer. Option C. Next. A trader makes a profit equal to selling price of 12 articles by on selling 84 articles. So on selling 84 articles, okay, the seller is making a profit of 12 articles. Okay. So what is CP? Just simply subtract it. That would be CP is basically 72 articles. So you need to find profit percentage. Very simple. Profit by CP into 100, which is basically 16.67 percentage. That is the answer. Very simple kind of a question, just basic. Next, in a 2000-meter race, A gives a head start of 30 seconds to B, and still beats him by 80 meter. So which means that when A gives B a head start of 30 seconds, which means that when A covers 200 meter, B covers 1920 meter. Now when A gives B a head start of 40 seconds, both of them cover 2000 meter at the same time. Okay? So which means that it ends in a dead heat. So which means that from these two scenarios, I can say that if A gives 10 more seconds, head start to B, then B covers this 80 meter, right? So I can say that the speed of B is basically 80 meter divided by 10 seconds is 8 meter per second. That is the speed of B. Now we are asked to find the speed of A. Okay. Now let me consider the fact that time taken by A is T seconds, TA seconds. Okay. So B covers 1920 meters in what format? The format is basically for the first 30 seconds, he covers a distance which is equal to 30 into 8 meter per second plus the rest TA seconds, which means that the time when T has started the race into 8 meter per second. So this will be 240 minus 1920, which is 1680 meter is equal to 8 TA. मीटर को हटा दो यहाँ से. So TA would be equal to 210 seconds. So the time taken by A to complete the race is basically 210 seconds. You know that distance by time is equal to the speed. So distance is 2000 meter that A travels divided by time, which is 210 seconds. So this becomes 911 by 21 meter per second, which is option number A. And that is your answer. So basically, these were a couple of very easy questions which you might expect in your SNAP examinations. Be sure that you are well ahead in your preparation. Don't be under that preconceived notion that if you have done CAT, or rather if you have prepared for CAT, SNAP would be an easy cake, or rather a cakewalk for you. This is not going to happen. Your basis and foundation is definitely has been set. However, you need to make that 20% extra preparation, keeping in mind the SNAP level of difficulty and the SNAP pattern. ठीक है, तो वो थोड़ा देख के हम लोग को prepare करना पड़ेगा. That's it for today. Thank you guys.